What is up, everybody? It's Copes here, and today I am back with 15 different skins that started out bad but were saved by their edit styles. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, not each of these skins on the list started out bad in my opinion. It's all subjective anyways, but they were definitely enhanced by their edit styles. So the rule for being in this video, it had to be a skin that started out without any edit styles, but later on with a new update it got one. And I think Epic Games has been doing a great job of making bad skins way better with a new edit style that we can all love and appreciate. So some of you may not even know about these edit styles and you may think these skins are just horrible, but I would say for a lot of these skins they changed from skins I hated into skins I love. So make sure to drop a like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. Let's get into it. Starting out at my number 13 spot, I wanted to do this one first because it's not necessarily a bad skin in my opinion. I actually love the Fishstick. So the Fishstick is the first skin we're going over, and I absolutely love Fishtsticks. Its original style definitely is pretty plain. It doesn't have too much going on with it, but I really like it for that factor. But I can also appreciate all the new details that came in with the pirate fish, and then even more details that came in with the VR fish. And then lastly, we got the World Cup edit style, which I would say looks the most similar to the original one, but it definitely has a little bit more going on with it. So I love the original, but I also love having all these other options. I don't know which is my favorite, but on any given day, any of these could be. Moving on to my number 12 spot, I had to give it to the Toxic Trooper. So the Toxic Trooper is one of those skins that I've always hated, and I will always stand by that. I think the color scheme it has is very boring and plain, and I also think it looks a little bit too similar to the Dark Voyager. You guys may totally disagree with me here, but I would say it looks fairly similar to the Dark Voyager with a lot less color and a lot less going on with it. But when you get that yellow color scheme, the yellow and black stand out so much together, and I absolutely love it about this Toxic Trooper. Yeah, it's still not my favorite skin, but I would say it was enhanced quite a bit, and if this was the original skin to come out, maybe I wouldn't have been as hard on this skin in the first place. Moving on to my number 11 spot, we actually have two skins, the Star-Spangled Ranger and Star-Spangled Trooper. So these both got a small detail, but I feel like this small detail definitely enhanced these skins a ton. It's basically a hat, a pair of shades, and a headset, but I would say these three small details made these skins a lot better and more appealing. Moving on to my number 10 spot, I had to give it to the Shade. So the Shade is one of those skins that I just don't know how you could like. Maybe it's just so ugly, it's somewhat appealing. I think it really has to do with the hair. I don't like the hair color, and I don't like her hair at all. But when you throw on that helmet and you change up the color scheme a little bit, I think this is definitely saved. It becomes a skin that in my opinion is usable, and I really like the unique color scheme it has. And then they go back to the no helmet new look. It looks just as disgusting as the first one, but I would say I do like the unique color scheme of the jacket. So the Shade is still a skin I won't be using very often, but if I had to use it, I would definitely use it with the helmet and the cool new jacket design. At my number 9 spot, I had to give it to the Tomatohead. And if you guys did not know, this actually started out without an edit style, and I feel like the original default version is just a little bit too plain. I don't know why, but to me it just looked lazy, it looked dirty, but when they actually added some new details, I think it looks so much cleaner. The new added details sort of formed a distraction for me, so I didn't have to look at the grime and the gunk all over this guy's pants and shirt. I really love the crown he's wearing, and I would say it is my favorite part about this skin, even though I would say the other small details like the drawing on him make him look so much better. The main aspect I love about this is that crown. I don't know why I like it so much, but it makes him look so cool. Moving on to my number 8 spot, I had to give it to the Shadow Ops. So for me, I think the Shadow Ops was one of those skins that really got me into cosmetics. It was one of those skins that stood out as so dope and so creative, but the more and more all black girl skins that came out, the less and less I seem to like this one. I feel like there are better all black girl designs than this one, but when they switched it up to white, black, and red, I mean, those three colors are always good. I know this edit style didn't come out too long ago, but it really enhanced this skin so much, and I highly recommend buying it now. I honestly think I may be a little bit too hard on its original edit style, but I definitely like the white one a lot more. At my number 7 spot, I had to give it to the Brainiac. So the Brainiac is one of those skins that I'll always say is horrible. Well, I guess until this new recent update. I know it wasn't all that new, but it came out about a month ago, and I really wasn't expecting to like this skin as much as I actually do. I think the pink hair made this skin so much better. When I first saw it, when it was first leaked, I was like, wow, they fucked it up even more. How's that possible? But I think the added pink color scheme makes this skin so much better. I don't know why, I just like it a lot more. So it's crazy to think that a skin I thought I would always hate be changed slightly, and now I actually like it. Moving on to my number 6 spot, I had to give it to the Ice Queen. Don't get me wrong, the Ice Queen isn't horrible, but I did think the original blue color scheme was a little bit boring. But now we have the black and red, we have the silver, and we have the gold color schemes. I think personally the black and red looks the best, but each of these color schemes is very different, and I love Epic Games for adding them. So I would say the blue color scheme is actually my least favorite, which is pretty crazy to think that the original color scheme, the original edit style, is the worst when they added 3 other random ones. But to be honest guys, the Ice Queen is definitely a lot more dope, and I do recommend purchasing it because if you like a skin with an edit style, I mean, that's just more bang for your buck. Moving on to my number 5 spot, I had to give it to Castor and Elmira. These came in the same set, so I thought I would add them together, but guys, the Castor and Elmira were decent skins starting out, and I think their color schemes really fit the theme of their skins, but I don't really care about that. Whatever looks better wins, and I would say the fire look sort of matches up with these skins anyways, maybe not as well as the original, but close enough. Guys, these are skins that I felt like were decent, but I probably wouldn't use all that much, but I actually love using the Castor now, and the Elmira I do think looks a lot better as well. At my number 4 spot, I had to give it to the Scarlet Defender. So the Scarlet Defender starting out was a skin I just didn't really care for. I don't know what it was exactly about her that I didn't care for, but I just didn't use it. But when they added that small beanie design, I mean, it's just such a small added detail. It really made me realize that one small detail can make or break a skin. And I feel like this hat design definitely made this skin so much better. Like, this is one of my favorite uncommon skins as of right now. And when I first realized how one small hat can make a skin better and would actually make me purchase it, why doesn't Epic Games do that more often? But regardless guys, Scarlet Defender is definitely a skin I recommend. Go out and get it. At my number 3 spot, I had to give it to the Maki Master. So for me, the Maki Master, the white color scheme just wasn't appealing. But you know what they did? They made a night color scheme. I know it looks a lot more grimy, and I could understand why you might not like this one, but for me, this is what the Maki Master should have looked like from the start. I don't think the all white color scheme fit her design, but this sort of grimy color scheme, that's the only word I can think of, looks so much better. Guys, this is one of the biggest changes for me from a skin I really didn't care for at all to a skin I actually really love now. Moving on to my number 2 spot, I had to give it to the Raptor. I know it may seem cheap to you guys from changing a skin design from whatever color it may be to black and red, but the black and red color schemes are usually pretty dope in this game, so I can't knock them even if they are super common. But it does have black, red, and a little bit of purple with a bunch of cool random designs running through it. It's sort of like the designs you would see on the Kevin, which I think is really dope. Overall guys, a skin that I have never really liked turned into a skin that I now love. I mean, that's just wild. At my number 1 spot guys, I had to give it to the Skull Trooper. I don't really know if it was the OG edit style or if it was the inverted edit style that did it for me, but the inverted edit style I would probably use a little bit more than the OG one. I think it fits the design of the Skull Trooper so much more. I don't know why, but I just like seeing the Skull Trooper all white with a little bit of black. I actually really dislike the original Skull Trooper design. I feel like it was very overhyped and overrated, but But when they added the OG color scheme, I'm like, oh my god, I wish I would have got that skin. And then when they added the inverted color scheme, I'm like, all right, now I actually have a skin I'll use. This is such a dope skin. I could understand if you like the original one more, but for me, the mostly white with a little bit of black looks a lot better. I could have put the Ghoul Trooper on this list, but I didn't feel like it deserved it because I think the Ghoul Trooper's design is dope, but I do like the other edit styles a little bit more, but not enough to put in this video. I also contemplated putting the Renegade Raider, but I felt like the details weren't enough to really put on this list, even though I would say I like the edit style on that one slightly more, but I mean, it's a Renegade Raider. I still love that skin. Tell me if you guys think any other skins were saved by their edit style. There are a bunch of other skins you could have put on this list, but for me, certain skins like the Mission Specialist and the Moonwalker just didn't deserve it. The Whiteout and the Overtaker didn't deserve it as well. I felt like the Waypoint was too good of a skin to put on this list starting out, and I feel like even though maybe the edit style looks a little bit better, I don't think it deserved a spot on this list. So there are a bunch of other skins out there that didn't make the cut because they were just too good starting out, so I guess too bad for those skins. But make sure to tell me in the comment section what your favorite skin is as of right now that was bad starting out but got a dope edit style and now you love. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys did enjoy. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.